brain is fully working yet. Like, what even is my life? Starting tomorrow, for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be waking up at 5 a.m. to spend a couple of hours working on my personal projects before I have to go to work. Time isn't just gonna magically happen. I'm not gonna get more hours in the day suddenly, unless I make more hours in the day. And we're gonna see how waking up at 5 a.m. to spend 2 hours a day working on my personal projects actually affects my life. I think that it's gonna be a really good thing, but we're gonna have to see. The birds certainly are awake. I'm not, but even with all this fog, the birds are just so loud. They're singing their little hearts out. Honestly though, being outside at this hour is my favorite. Listening to all the birds wake up before everybody else, and feels like I kind of have the world to myself. So it's 6:30 already, which means I've been setting up this seal for an hour, and I haven't even started animating it yet. I'm gonna move on to one of my other projects for now. So day one of my 5 a.m. challenge is complete. I am starting my actual workday now. I'm totally exhausted, but I feel pretty good about the amount of work I got done. The next time I do a little check-in will be a week from today, and that'll be the halfway point of the challenge. And then just a little send-off at the end, wrapping up the challenge and talking about how it went, all that good stuff. I might pop a few videos of the in progress on some of these projects as it goes, and I really hope I can keep this up because I'm super tired already and it's only day one.
Good morning to you too.
It's a full cow kind of morning. It is like 5:20. It is a week from when I started this challenge, and I gotta be honest about a few things. If you have trouble falling asleep, this maybe isn't the challenge for you. I've been having trouble falling asleep. I'm so tired. I haven't been sleeping this whole week. Yeah, I feel like I just am probably getting maybe like an average of 4 hours of sleep a night. That would be my guess. There was definitely one night that I only got 2. But I am getting a lot of work done. The challenge has been challenging, for sure. How come you're so awake this morning? Is it because you sleep all day while I work? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, you guys ready to see what I've been working on? That's literally it. Okay, so this part is not quite done yet, but I've also been learning how to sprite swap in Spine for the first time. So I got that kind of working. The broom says it's missing because the wizard doesn't have a broom, but the witch does. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll show you. This is what the witch looks like when it animates. And then I can just switch to the wizard, and it'll keep animating, and it doesn't look too terrible. So I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, the sparkles are definitely broken, but yeah. Let's do an outfit check for the last day of the challenge. 5 a.m. classic. When I wake up, the first thing I do is make myself some coffee, and then I sit outside and listen to the sounds of the birds to help me wake up. And I think it's been like my favorite part of this whole thing. I feel like I'm a part of some secret bird club where only birds that wake up at 5 a.m. are members, and that makes me an honorary member of the club. It feels pretty cool. Post 2-week waking up at 5 a.m. challenge, and I just wanted to wrap things up by talking about what went well, what didn't go so well, and what I actually got done on my projects in these 2 weeks. So starting out with what I actually completed. I formatted all of the cards for the card game that I'm working on. I animated my Fat Seal rig for some Instagram reels and TikTok video. It's got currently about 30K likes on TikTok and Instagram combined. I learned how to do sprite swapping in Spine, so I got to work on my Magic Borbs, the card game, the video game, and I figured out how to swap my Magic Borbs so they can all share animations. Finished the outline and started on the first lesson of my Skillshare class. So that's like a ton of stuff to have done in 2 weeks. I'm very happy with the results of that. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and daisies. There definitely were some parts that did not go as well as they could have gone. Number one, I was so tired. These whole past 2 weeks, I've just been exhausted. Like, I think my biggest mistake was that I could not fall asleep early. Like, I would try to go to bed at 9:30 or 9, and I just couldn't sleep. I would just stay up, like, thinking about stuff, just having all this weird amount of energy. I was finding myself taking these really weird naps in the middle of the day where I would just say, like, oh, I'm just gonna lay down. I'm just gonna do the classic dad move and rest my eyes. And then I would be out cold for like 2 hours on the couch. And I would wake up feeling so disoriented because 2 hours had just gone by without me even noticing, and like I would lose track of time. I felt kind of like disorganized or like discombobulated in a way when that would happen. But I got my dog used to waking up at 5 a.m. Where is he? Come here. He's already an early riser. He usually wakes up at like 6:30 or 7. But now he wakes up at 5, so that's cool. He wakes up and barks, and then we have to get up and take him out, and I don't think I can go back to a normal waking up at 6 or 7 schedule. Now let me talk about all of the wins, because the wins were plentiful, actually. The biggest win was, of course, that I got all this work done. Like, these are projects that I've been wanting to make progress on for so long and just haven't been able to make the time for. And I really was able to make the time by doing it at 5 in the morning. Like, it worked. It did what it was intending to do. So that's pretty cool. Another huge win that I wasn't expecting was that waking up and watching the sunrise and listening to the birds singing every morning was like really healing for me. Like, it was just this really special, magical time of day where I felt like I was the only one awake. I mean, I know that's not true, but I felt like I had the whole world to myself almost, and that was just like really special. So would I do this again? Yes, but I think I would do like an every other day kind of a thing. I don't think waking up consecutively at 5 a.m. is gonna work for me just because of how my schedule is, how my body functions, how much sleep I need. But I think I could do every other day. I mean, this morning was the first morning where I haven't been doing this in the past 2 weeks, and I slept in till 6:30, and I woke up and I felt completely refreshed. But it was just like another hour and a half of sleep. So I don't know, maybe something about waking up at 5 a.m. every day has convinced my body to wake up earlier in general. So that's cool. I'll definitely continue working on my projects in the mornings and make that a time for working on my personal projects. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found this interesting or inspiring in some way. If you decide to try this for yourself, definitely let me know. I would love to hear how it goes. And thanks for watching. Give it a like if you watched the whole thing. If you made it this far, you might as well, right? Okay, bye!